Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Let's play some daily games. Today is March 27th, 2026. It is Friday, and we're going to start with Wordle number 17 for 2. Let's choose a starting letter to inspire my starting word. Okay, W. I think we know that there aren't that many W's left, but, let's just see what we've got, because I never remember, so keep scrolling down. Oop, a little too far down. Well, it's the second half. I've never liked that kind of interface where they move to the comment section, and I scroll a little bit too far down. Quite annoying, actually. Okay, so wager, waste, wave, orty, waver, weave, welsh, wharf. I've done a few of these already. Women, wispy, women, woody, willy, woozy, worth. Ooh. Okay, what about wreck? Hopefully I don't wreck this. Oh, just the R? Okay. Um, blurt, try to do, spurt, sport, shirt, um, the stare. I'll do spurt maybe, or should I do? Maybe I should do more vowels. Tricky one. How about random? I don't think that's. Okay, there's an O in there. Okay, could be something. I don't think it's more, but put that in there. Okay, so we've narrowed down where the O could be. It's either the O is either the first or the third letter. So I don't know, but O is somewhere here, I guess. R is okay, so R has to be either the third or the fourth spot. Okay, so what if R was here? So maybe, or like no, R, something like that. Could be SPO. Spory? No, sport. Glory? I kind of like that actually. Glory. Try that. Oh, it's not glory, but that's pretty good though. It's an ORY word. Okay. What is it? Spory? Shory? Fory? Ivory? Okay, I like this. Oh, okay. Phew. Ooh, yeah. Here I was hoping that I would be going back up, but I got another 5. Okay. Maybe Saturday. Maybe Saturday I'll be back up to my usual 3s and 4s. But I haven't been playing the best games. Haven't been getting great starting words. Haven't been doing very good evals. I really just didn't know what to do for the second eval, to be honest. But let's look at Calco. Today's answer is Ivory. Started with wreck. It was almost a wreck for me, actually. 217 probable answers. Not too bad, I guess. Roast would be a good second guess. But I did rando, which is, I think it's okay. But let's see. 217 narrows down to 26. Okay, it's not so bad, but still a lot to guess. And I don't know, I just couldn't really think about the O's and the R's to go with. So I was like, okay, motor. And I think that was alright too, I suppose. 26 down to 2. Okay, so that's not bad. 2. So I did see the only 2 possibilities of Glory and Ivory, but I spotted Glory first, and I was like, that's really good because it was hard for me to envision Ivory like the I being in the front, and like where to place the O and the R. So that was quite hard work for me to see. So I'm not surprised that I thought of Glory first over Ivory. So again, not really surprised that that's how it played out. But let's see if Ivory has been used before, or is it a fresh word? Okay. Oh, ivory is a reused word. Okay, that was from August 17th, 2021. That was 5 years ago. Okay, what about glory? Also been used, but that was 2022. So also could have been reused if they wanted to, but ivory is the older word. So if I had that information, I would have chosen ivory. But of course, I didn't. That's cool. And I'm pretty sure motor has been used before as well. Let's see. Okay, 2021. So it could be reused at some point. Don't know that. Rec, I think, still hasn't been used. Right, that still stands. What about rando? They ever do that? I don't know. Rando feels quite slangy, right? None of they had ever used that. All right. Let's move on to connections. Hopefully, I get a better results than Wordle. All right, we are playing connections number 1020. Okay, nice numbers. Today's 16, well, I would say just phrases. There are no just singular words, unless it's like compound nouns or something. We've got turn signal, traffic cone, brass tacks, food court, the Lorex, lip service, ticket counter, bottom line, duty free, nitty gritty, monarch, butterfly, monkey bars, wedding reception, goldfish cracker, baggage claim, and basic facts. And I never really like when it's too word heavy here. Okay, all right. Okay. Nitty gritty rhymes, I guess. You know what it is. Nitty gritty. The nitty gritty, the bottom line. Getting down to it, right? To the brass tacks. Maybe the basic facts. Do they all mean sort of the same thing? Like the essentials? Is that what that kind of means? Could be. I guess this could be maybe the. Okay, not sure. Okay, let's see that for now. Food court. What can you? Well, that's what you have at an airport, right? So you got food court, you got duty free, baggage claim, and I guess traffic cone. No, ticket counter. Because you get right ticket counter. That makes sense. Actually, these wonderful parts of an airport. Things you can find in an airport. Okay, so that's then. But what about a monarch butterfly? Oh, what's that going to do? Anything? The Lorex. The Lorex is orange. Traffic cone is orange. Monarch butterfly, I think, is orange. Goldfish cracker is also orange. So they're orange things. That could be the blue, perhaps. Or the airport one could be the blue. Or the orange one could be purple. But okay, that would leave us with turn signal, wedding reception, monkey bars, and lip service. And what would those have? Okay, let me think. Monkey bars. Service. Ah! Okay, that's the purple. I think this is the purple. Okay. See that for now. Wedding reception, turn signal, lip service, monkey bars. They end in words that have to do with your mobile service, basically. Your mobile phone. Right. Ending words for cellular connectivity. So service, if you've got service, you've got bars. How many bars do you have on like your connection? Signal. Do you have a good signal? Reception. Okay, and then I think would be the orange things. It's the Lorex, traffic cone, goldfish cracker, and monarch butterfly. I think that's the second one. The blue, hopefully. It is things that are orange. Okay, this is the classic goldfish cracker. Really good and like sort of has the kind of like a rich taste, rich buttery taste. I don't know if it's butter. I don't know, but it tastes kind of like that to me. The monarch butterfly. I think it's like orange and also has like black in it. Can't remember. And the Lorex is from Dr. Seuss's books. He's very much like an orange furry creature. Traffic cone is notoriously orange. And then I think airport might be last. And then we've got nitty gritty, brass tacks, basic facts, bottom line. I think that might be the three. Sort of the essentials. The one down to the elements or something. Oh, what it all boils down to is what I said. So that's the yellow. Okay, annoying. And then that means the airport stuff is the green. Which is an airport terminal. Okay, so I got all the categories, just not a reverse as I would have liked. Yellow and green were swapped, so it's an almost reverse rainbow, so an ARR or an R, which is what pirates say, although I'm not a pirate. But yeah, interesting one for the purple. I mean, okay. I mean, maybe they're starting to lose. Not starting to. They're starting to struggle for ideas of what to do with purple in terms of like ending in words that mean something. So they went with this, which I guess kind of works, but it's not by any means a very interesting connection, in my opinion. But the orange one is quite cute, though. I like that. Goldfish cracker. I quite like that. It's got goldfish cracker and the Dolores is like almost connected to your childhood, like snacks, stories that you read, and then monarch butterfly or traffic cone is more like general knowledge. Like, do you know those things and what color they are, and then yellow's more like vocabulary, English terms, and green is just sort of like a bit of like general knowledge of if you've been in an airport, you would know that. So nothing too tricky, I don't think. Maybe a slightly higher than a 2, I don't know, but I don't think it's too tricky at all. It might take you a while to see it, but I think when you latch onto something that the defining characteristics of those things, then you would get it, in my opinion. All right, but maybe well, I would say maybe the hardest one would probably be the purple, even though it's not that interesting, but I can see its difficulty. So I'd say the purple is the hardest one. All right, let's move on to today's bonus game. We are playing Yearbook. Let's just read the rules. Okay, so each day, a random year between 1950 and 2025. Okay, very specific. Maybe they didn't want to do the the warriors, I suppose, is chosen. All 4 clues happened in that year. Clues come from different categories: world events, pop culture, politics, and more. Ordered vaguest to most specific. Ooh, okay. A new clue is revealed after each wrong guess. You get 1 guess per clue, 4 guesses total. Okay. Guess feedback. The target means you got the exact year. Green means 1 year off. Sort of orange or amber, I guess, is within 5 years. Slightly darker orange is within 10 years, and then red is more than 10 years off. So, the closer we get to green, it's the better. Better one. Better answer. Grading: A plus, A, B plus, B. Exact year on guess 154. C plus, best guess within 1 year. C, best guess within 5 years. D, best guess within 10 years. F, more than 10 years off. So hopefully I get A or B, something like that. Because I used to be an A and a B student in school, so hopefully I can maintain that in this quiz. So yeah, let's play. Class of something we don't know. Let's check the yearbook. Okay, so this is the first one. So this is the vaguest one. World leader, most likely to take the reins. This Egyptian colonel maneuvered his way from revolutionary leader to prime minister, setting the stage for a Suez-sized showdown just around the corner. Okay, right. So I think this could be like maybe I want to say 70s or 80s, but I'm not sure. So I could do something like maybe 1972 or no, 72. Yeah, what? More than 10 years off. Okay, so that's pretty bad. I could be either off. It could be more like 80s or 90s, or it could be 60s, 50s. I don't know about that. Okay, but let's look at the second event. World event, most dramatic showdown. The Wisconsin senators' Red Scare tactics finally met their match for televised hearings, as to get no sense of decency and American Washington's power come on real time. Red Scare, was that about like communism or something? That could be the 50s. And maybe I'll do like more than 10 years off. So I could do 55. That would be 17 years off. So try that. 1 year off right there. So it's either 54 or 56. Okay, so you're getting pretty close. Okay, famous death. Most tragic anti-genius. The brilliant mathematician who cracked enemy codes and pioneered computer science took his own life after persecution for his private life after broken. So this is Alan Turing, I think. I don't know when he died. I don't know. And this is about sport and triumph. Most likely to break barriers. Okay, so we at least know the theme. It's about sports. Oh gosh, was there an Olympics around that time? I don't remember. I mean, I guess I have 2 guesses, so I could just do either one and I would still get it in 4, but it's just annoying that I don't know, so. 54, 56. I don't know. Can I think of any Olympics they had? Was 1939 an Olympic year? If it was about Olympics, 39 and 4 would be 43, 43 and 4, 47, 51, 51, 4, 55. So that's about the same anyway, actually. So that doesn't really help me. Okay. I'll do 6. I don't know. So close within 5 years. What? So it's 2 years then. Okay, so that means it's 54. Goddamn guess for a grade B. Alright, yeah, that's Alan Turing. And then the last sporting event was more likely to break barriers. This British medical student shaved precious seconds off history on an Oxford track, proving that a seemingly impossible human limit was just waiting to be conquered. I never heard of this. Roger Bannister breaks the 4-minute mark. Don't know about that. I don't really care about that, but oh, R.I.P. Alan Turing. World event, this was the Army McCarthy hearings. I think I might have heard of this one, but I'm not too sure. This one is Gamal Abdel Nasser becomes Prime Minister of Egypt. I've never heard of this Prime Minister, unfortunately, so I didn't really know that. So a lot of the events that I wasn't really sure of, but based on the historical thing, I just sort of guessed. I mean, 72 was not that bad. I actually did think maybe it was the 50s, but I was like, oh, I don't think it's that early, is it? So I didn't want to put that. So I thought 1972 might be a good safe bet, but yeah. So I scored better than 47% of players today, so that's not bad. 23% of us got a B. Okay, and then only 3% got A plus, 8% got A, B, 9% got B plus. I guess if I had gotten it somewhere around here, I would have gotten like I think a B plus, perhaps. I can't remember. But yeah. It says it's really not bad at all. It's quite fun. But I think the tricky thing is that you really have to be like on the money and get the right. And you only have 4 guesses. And some of these, if you're not so familiar with the history, you might not know the exact, like you might know the decade, but you might not know the exact year. That's the problem. And that was what I had. I could roughly sort of estimate the decade usually, but not that too far up. Like these were not too far off at all. But it was tough when I didn't really know the history of like what the event was and what year it was talking about. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. Interesting though. It's a fun game, a little trivia, small trivia game, and I like the idea of a yearbook style. So it's like class of 1954. You've got like most likely to that kind of like those little like descriptions of what these things are. So that's quite fun. I quite like that. It's quite cute, and I love the stats. You can see how everybody scored in today's grades. I got a B. It's kind of like an average, but I guess in a way I think C plus is more of an average, but B is almost an average student. But that's okay. I think I'll still graduate with a B. I suppose so. But yeah, let's look at the comments from yesterday's video. How many minutes do I have left? 14. Okay, that's pretty good. We have lots of time, but I don't want to take too long. Much of your time as well. Mr. Reese, you did slant, refit, and B-fit. Nice 3. That's a really good guess. If it's refit, that was a really good. Okay, see. Yeah, the F was certainly a lucky pull for me, leaving just one possibility. Awesome second guess. Yeah. As you find out, B-fit is in the reasons we're to think of, even with blank E, blank IT locked in. All right. Wow, failure rate is 5%. Okay, I guess we couldn't really think of where the letters were going to go, I suppose. Okay, Edward, you did tread, white, inlet, befit. Not bad, a pretty good 4. But you said it should have had a 3. I see. Try as I might, I just cannot see a word that befit the pattern, I guess. I'm just saying that. Beside legit and petite, I also thought of petite, but, you know, I didn't really think that it was going to be that, so I was like, I didn't want to for it. But I did think that maybe legit could be the answer, although I wasn't confident, super confident about that either. The bot actually prefers petite over befit, so I was wrong about not being a legit possibility. Assuming the pattern was wrong, I found inland. Yes, no. At least it confirmed it was blank E, blank IT. And how does that mean go 10 minutes later? Right, like from SpongeBob. I don't know if you knew about that. That's from SpongeBob. 10 minutes later. Or it's like a bad French accent. Okay, now I don't feel as bad since you didn't see it right away either. Exactly. I don't know how long it took, but I know I took a while to, and I took quite a few guesses to get there, as you would see. Greatest difficulty 4 out of 5. Okay, I was used to see if the 2 American categories would bump up the difficulty because I found this to be the easiest one in a long while. Lucky you, Edward. I'm so jealous. I wish I could say, wow, this is so easy, but I'm not you. All right, and you said, but I surely was not expecting the early returns to be a 5-5 difficulty. At least now that all the votes have been counted, it's a 4 out of 5. Still way higher than anticipated. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's American stuff. Can't be that surprised, can you? I mean, a lot of international players, we struggled with Detroit. When you consider that there were 2 connections that may have been mysterious to many, I was surprised by the fact that only 8% found the bolt category first. Maybe lock through people, because the first thing I pictured is a keyed lock, not a deadbolt. I mean, yeah, that's totally fair when you say like lock brings to mind a keyed lock. That's interesting. I don't know, but I guess because I'm so used to like when I go into bathrooms or whatever nowadays, a lot of the when we say like what has a lock element, I really do think of those like deadbolt locks or like the ones you can push and slide, like sliding locks. So that's the one like sliding bolt lock. So that's what I was thinking of, and I know we have, of course, knob like button locks and that kind of thing, but I wasn't really thinking of those. So I didn't really think of bolts. I don't know. Maybe that's just how my brain works. I was also thinking of bolt in terms of like clothing, like which I think is like fabric, right? Bolts of fabric, but that wasn't in there. It could have been, I guess, the red herring. All right. We'll just leave a heart for the comments. Thank you. Clara, you said, I played Letter Rage 1 time today, and my best score was 132 inside of the expanded word list. 132 is pretty good. I think, was it the highest? Was 170, I think? So 132 is pretty good. I think I was at 112. I can't remember, but yeah. You said you got some really good words using all letters, like goulash. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, okay, that's not bad, but yeah, you really focus on getting. Sorry, I didn't open this. Yeah, I really focus on getting words, repeating letters, that seems to be the trick. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the repeating letters is probably best to get extra bonus points. But again, I read the rules, but I didn't really internalize them, so that's my fault. Rob Siva says, in case you didn't know, Detroit is known as the Motor City due to traditionally being the hub of American automotive manufacturing, Ford cars, among others. Hence, the NBA team being named the Pistons. That's an amazing fun fact. Thank you so much. I actually, now that you mentioned it, the Motor City, I have heard of this in like shows that I've watched. It's just that I completely went out the window, forgot, and I actually even forgot that motors have pistons in them. I mean, it should be obvious, but I forgot about that. So thank you so much for reminding me, and this is a great fact, and I love that that's the reason why. And I didn't know that Ford was the one that was mostly being manufactured there. Interesting. Okay. Is Ford from Detroit? I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's see. What's the name? Henry, right? Henry Ford. Yeah, and they wanted to give me Henry Cavill. Oh, he looked like that? Okay, I'm sorry to say, he's kind of giving me creepy. Kind of giving me creep vibes. I don't know about whatever he did, but you know what I mean? Like a bit like a pervert. Okay. Anyway, founder of Ford Motor Company. Okay, he was born in Michigan, and Detroit is in Michigan, right? Yeah, that's just right there. Resting place. Oh, he has a cemetery named after himself? Damn. Okay, he was born in farmhouse in Springfield, Township, Michigan, but he left home at age 16 and went to Detroit. Okay. I see. Nice. All right. So yeah, he is from there. So that's why I guess that's where He manufactured a lot of stuff. No wonder he made. I guess he made it a Motor City. Let's see if that's. No, they didn't mention that. Okay, let's just put it in here. Oh, I'll check out the Motor City. It's also Detroit. Locally also Detroit. I see. Motor City. Yes. There we go. Nicknames: the Motor City, Motown. Right. Oh my God! I've always heard it being called Motown. I didn't even realize it was because it was a motor town. Oh my God! How many years have I been on this earth? But I mean, can't really blame me. I'm not American anyway, so that's cool though. Motor City. Okay. Nicknames of Detroit. Okay, I like that. Let's go to that. That's a cool Wikipedia page though. Motor City. Most popular unofficial nickname for long standing roads to the American automobile industry. City and surrounding Metro Detroit area serves as headquarters for the Big Three: Metro, Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis, North American. Historically Chrysler. Ah, so Stellantis is Chrysler. Okay. Motown from Motortown. Damn, yeah, from music. That's what I know. I know Motown Records and Motown as a genre. I didn't know it's because it's from Motortown. That is the town that put the world on wheels. This is a cute one. The D, also kind of cute, but nothing too special. I like this one a lot. Town that put the world on wheels. The 313 named after Detroit's area code 313. Okay, cool. D Town. A little bit. It's a little bit lame, to be honest. But okay. But I guess it's the urban identity. Okay, D Town, the D. Renaissance City. Okay, revitalization. Interesting. Hockey Town. Combining the distinctive winged logo with the NHL's Detroit Red Wings. Damn it, it's distinctive and it's famous, but I didn't know the Red Wings. I will forever remember Red Wings now, I hope. It's a registered trademark owned by the franchise Hockey Town. Okay, Rock City. Reference to the song by Kiss Paris of the Midwest. Ah, the Detroit's French colonial origins. Interesting. Okay. I guess the list is not alphabetical, so I'm only assuming the list is based on popularity. So this is the most popular, and this is another one that's popular. So yeah, Motor City, very fun. Love to know that. All right, thank you so much for your comments, everybody. I will leave a link in the description for you to try out Yearbook yourself. Let me know how you did for Wordle connections and Yearbook if you tried it. Thanks so much for watching.